One more time. Okay, one more time, guys. We're going to learn about tar and how to tar and zip up files. What we're not going to learn about is me figuring out how to get the 1 pixel border right on this window, but we're going to learn about how to tar and zip up files. Everyone does this. I shouldn't say everyone. The people that know how to do this is great. However, a whole bunch of people do this incorrectly, and they create what I call zip bombs and tar bombs for other people, and it's terrible. So where are we right now? Oh yeah, I created a directory. Yeah, I'm going to just do this again. So I'm going to make a directory called oh no. Cd into oh no. And I'm going to do something terrible. For AA in 10,000, do echo AA into hi AA. Done. Oh, I just did this. How do I do this? That's right. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Into hi AA. There we go. Done. There we go. Okay. I just created 10,001 files. Great. That's fantastic. Cool. Okay, good. What if I wanted to share these files with you? What would you want me to do? Because I'll tell you what a lot of people do. They just go into this directory and they zip up all the files in this directory and then they hand you that. And they're like, here's all my files zipped up. And then what you end up doing is you go into your working directory with this zip file and you unzip it there. And now you have 10,000 files in your working directory that you didn't want there. Or even better is when the files don't have nice, neat names like this and they have all sorts of random names and you just bombed your directory with a huge number of files. This happens, I don't know, this happens every few months. There's people just are garbage about sharing files. There's the right way to share files and the wrong way, and I'm just going to show you the right way. The right way to do this is you go up a directory, and there's this directory called oh no. I want to see how big oh no is. I use the du command. Du stands for disk usage, S stands for summary, and H stands for human readable. If it's not human readable, it looks like that. And if there's no summary, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do texts. That's a summary. But without the summary, it tells me the size of it and the subdirectories and everything else, which is great. So basically I'm showing you the size of the directory. Not huge, but definitely I don't want to put 39 meg of stuff into a working directory. There's a command called tar. Tar, create, verbosely, a file called new tar file .tar, and I want to do that with oh no. Cool. Let's do that. That was verbose, and it spat them all out. You can also do that non-verbosely. You can just do this. Boom. And now I have a new tar file .tar. If I make a new directory, new dar, and I move new tar file into new dir, and I cd into new dir, if I then tar xf new tar file, x means extract this file. There, I extracted it. It maintained the directory structure, so all of the files are sitting there in oh no. But here is just new tar file. In other words, I didn't bomb this directory with like a million files. I maintained the existing directory structure, which is really useful. Now, if I had instead, because people do this all the time, go into oh no and go tar cf. Why did I do this? A star. It's high star. Good. And now I'm going to go up a directory, and I'm going to make a new directory, called bombdir, and I'm going to move, oh no, why did I do this? Into bombdir. cd bombdir. Good. Echo some code into my code.py, into my code 2, my code 3. So here's my working directory in Python. And someone handed me a tar file. I'm sorry, I should have named it .tar. Oh, by the way, one thing I forgot to mention is that, remember when I said way back that curly braces cause the thing to expand? So if I want to move why do I do this to why do I do this .tar, I can do this, or I can do the following. What that does within the braces is it expands the line to why do I do this, space, why do I do this .tar. And now it's there. That's really useful if you just want to append a suffix onto a file or something. So good. Here's my working directory, and oh, I moved the tar file in here, and great. And oh, they handed me this file, and it's, it's never that big. Sometimes it's smaller, and you're like, oh, this is fine. I'm just gonna unzip this. Why do I do this? Because obviously, they're nice, and obviously, so okay, good. Now let's see the working directory of, oh no. And it's all over your working directory, and you now hate your coworker or colleague. Yeah, don't do that. When you tar files, don't tar the individual files. Tar a directory structure, because that way, when people unpack it, they unpack it. So remember in the beginning, way back, bombdir. Yeah, that's great. And I'm gonna remove oh no. Actually, I'm gonna keep oh no. I'm gonna move oh no up one level, and then ll neuter. That's fine. That's fine. rm neuter. That's fine. That's great. Remember in the beginning when you unpacked the Reuters file, you had a tar gzip file, and when you unpacked it, it unpacked to this Reuters working directory. In other words, the people that created that file for you did exactly what I said that you should do. They put all of their stuff in a single high-level directory. You should always do that. If you tar files up, you are Satan. You're a horrible human being. You're just awful. Don't do that. Tar the files within a directory. Always tar up the directory and not the individual files. The one thing I haven't taught you is about gzip. So ll oh no, and we have all these files. Great. So tar -czf new file.t tar.gz, or people like just to call these files tgz for targzip. Oh no. Good. And I'm going to do the same thing with cf to show you the difference. Great. And then I'm going to do an ll right here. Look at the size of the zipped file compared to the non-zipped file. It's literally 1.5% the size, which is great. You should always, and always is a strong word, if you're tarring and zipping up text files or files that are easily compressible, like JPEG files or something, that aren't noise JPEG files, it really depends, because JPEG is somewhat compressed. So, but uncompressed, like if you have an uncompressed TIFF or an uncompressed PNG file, or text files or whatever, definitely zip them up. If you have files for which compression doesn't do much, like a lot of JPEG, or like maybe some PDF or other things, then don't bother with the zipping. Unfortunately, it's just you're going to learn this lesson the fun way by trying it both ways and seeing which one's better. Because honestly, if I wanted to pass someone this file or this file, I'd pass them this file, because this file is much, much smaller. That's the best thing. I don't pass them a file that I've tarred individual stuff, and so this is great. So now if I make a new directory that's just like oo, and I move new file.tgz into oo, and I go into oo, and I tar -xzf new file. It takes a little bit longer because it not only has to untar them, but it also has to decompress them, so it's zipping. But now I've got oh no there, and they're all sitting right there, and that's great. You can, if you want, zip up the tar file. So you can literally go gzip new file.tar, and there's your new file.tar.gz. You can do it in 2 steps if you like. That's perfectly fine. And you can unzip new file.tar.gz. You can do that as well. Gzip is the compression utility. If you do that, great. If you want to do this all like, well, my Windows machine does this for me automatically. Yeah, well, make sure that you don't zip up just a bunch of files, but rather you zip up the directory structure as well. Because I cannot tell you how many times, literally within the past week, somebody sent me files from a Windows machine in a non-directory structure. It was just a zip file consisting of, I don't remember, it was a few thousand files just sitting there in basically a bomb. And they didn't tell me, hey, watch out. They just sent it over to me because they didn't know what they were doing. And I thankfully always don't trust people and put the thing in its own directory and unpacked it and went, oh, yeah, that was a bomb. Thank you for sending me a bomb. Don't send people bombs, but do send them tar gzip files. If you want, I usually do a V as well in tar. I usually go tar czvf. That verbosely shows me all the files that have been tarred up. You don't need to do that, but that's useful. That's everything. Thank you guys so much for paying attention to this series. Hopefully it has been beneficial for you, and hopefully it makes your workflow a lot faster. Cool. Bye.